Jason, a convincing 7-2 victory over Coventry today. You must be pleased with that.
Yeah, I'm pleased with the scoreline. We should have scored a few more goals. I know it sounds greedy, but we should have done. But no, overall pleased with the result. It's still 3 points at the end of the day, which is what I asked the boys after last week's performance at Colchester and wanted a response. But even though with the result, I think there's still things that we need to do better at during the course of the game and how we manage it. But pleased that we got back to winning ways.
Obviously going into the half-time break with 4-1 up, quite convincing lead at that time. What do you say to the lads? Because they came out and kept going, scored 3 goals in quick succession, which pretty much finished the game off. But was that always the plan, go out and kill him off, or what did you say to them at half-time?
A little bit of both, because I was critical from them when we scored the 3rd goal, because then after that we switched off for an 8-minute period where they got the penalty straight away just by lazy defending as a collective, which pulled the goal deficit by 2, and anything can happen from there. I mean, yes, we got the goal quite early in the second half, but I said it's just really at half time about making sure we don't make those errors and just make sure we don't get complacent. And the big picture is the game management, how we manage the game in and out of possession. We're in a comfortable lead, but we don't go ahead and do silly things to close that gap. But it was a case of getting the fast start, similar to what we got in the first half, and just pleased that we contained them to sort of limited chances, but I think we sort of made it a little bit too easy for them when they had the ball. But it was one of those sort of games where it's, even at this stage of any age, it's hard to know when you're in a position of a scoreline as it was to keep trying to do the right things, and that's what I'm trying to implement to them, if it's a 1-0 scoreline or a 7-1, 7-2 scoreline.
I know you were very disappointed last time out, having been beaten 2-0 at Colchester. Is this the perfect tonic to forget about that? And I guess it's what you asked of them today. Yeah,
and I said to them before the game, because in terms of coincidence, last year we played Colchester as our 3rd game and we lost 2-1. This year it was our 3rd game and we lost 2-0. And then last year it was Coventry as the 4th game, similar to today. And last year we drew 1-1 with Coventry, and then the unbeaten run started. So I said to the boys today, in terms of the coincidences, we played Coventry again, let the unbeaten run start from today. So it was the perfect way to sort of try and forget about last week, move on and get points on the board.
Obviously there were some good individual performances out there. Carlin getting a couple of goals, Mikel Kennedy on the score sheet, Joshua Mera. Carlin obviously picked up an injury in the second half. He had to go off. Is there any news on that? Is he doing all right?
No, he's fine, KG. It was more precaution. I mean, he was only due to play 60 minutes and got the knock quite early in the second half, so it wasn't really worth trying to just put him back on to finish the further 10-15 minutes that he had. But no, it's just more precaution in terms of getting him off and making sure he's right.
Obviously we had Adam Chickson get another hour or so, 70 minutes under his belt, so that was worthwhile for him as well.
Yeah, no, on one hand it's good for him to get the game time under his belt since he's been with us. He got the 30 minutes last week against Southampton, and it's just more him building up on his game time. He hasn't had that much, but also for him to know what the younger players are about as well. You know, see the younger players at the club, what they're about, and what he sort of brought to us as well is that bit of experience in terms of the talking and the organisation. I think that's what we need to do more as a group in terms of helping each other out just by being more vocal.
Finally, it's Leeds away, I believe, next week. This time next week, I guess you'd take the same scoreline up there.
I'd take 1-0, 6-2, as long as I can just try and get a good performance from minute 1 to minute 90 plus, and don't complicate things for us, and just being able to manage games of football better.